Pittsburgh Steelers have the best case scenario playing out for them here in the front half of the season? And are they going to be able to carry that into the back half where it is full of divisional play and top AFC contenders? Welcome back to Mic Drop Sports, everybody. I'm Jason. Let's dive in here on a Tuesday. Thank you for stopping back. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the show to help create a bigger and bigger community as we push forward with the channel. Again, the Pittsburgh Steelers have created a pretty much dream scenario, pretty much where they wanted to be here when you're looking at the back half, just ahead of the bye week, about to face the Giants, a game in which they should win, a game in which they should improve their record to 6-2 and go into this bye week able to get healthy, able to regroup, able to adjust scheme, and really get prepared for the back half of this season. And it sets up perfectly for this Mike Tomlin-led football team here in 2024. And when you look at Mike Tomlin, you just want to say to yourself, enough with the average. Let's have one of these magical runs where this football team doesn't have to back into the playoffs by needing help from other football teams, doesn't have to, scoreboard watch the whole final week of the season. We don't want to do that. And the Steelers, I'm sure, don't want to do that here in 2024. And you look at this team and you're looking at so many key players possibly coming back after the bye week. One being Cameron Sutton, whom we've not seen. And this secondary has already played pretty well at times. And then you add in a veteran like Cam, who played his best football in the city of Pittsburgh, just leaving for 1 year, now making that return here in week 10. It's going to be a special thing for this Steelers secondary. And Cam Sutton, in my opinion, is going to be able to provide a real spark, a real extra piece in that depth chart that could really propel this Steelers defense to do big things in the back half of the secondary when you're going to have the versatility of Cam Sutton. It just is going to make a lot of sense, and I can't wait to see that for the Pittsburgh Steelers here in 2024. You look at also some of the other players, Nick Herbig, who could potentially be back after the bye week. That adds another layer of flexibility and depth to this Steelers defense. You look at guys all across the board that could potentially come back offensively even. Zach Frazier, just so many names that could be back in this Steelers fold on this depth chart that gives a team that's already putting together a nice season, putting together a good record, giving them another boost. And what is truly scary about this football team that everybody seems to forget is they haven't played a 4-quarter football game this entire season. And if you are an opponent in the AFC, I would be quite worried about that, because if the Pittsburgh Steelers just perhaps come into a field, come into an opposing team stadium, or come into Acrisure Stadium and actually put together a 4-quarter football game, it could be very, very dangerous and a very long day for an opponent, because this Steelers team has the potential to really do some serious damage to somebody. And that's quite refreshing to really think about that as we move into the back half, because we've not had that real hope, that real fire saying to ourselves, damn, this team could really get it done, man. This team really has a core group of guys that are really coming together. You see them yesterday in the live chat. We had somebody bring up they're smiling, they're happy, they support each other, That is what championship teams are made of. And I'm not sitting here saying the Steelers are going to the championship, going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. But the Steelers are setting themselves up very, very nicely, and it's very cool to see. I want to talk about one other layer of this football team that a lot of people I feel like are overlooking, and that is the play of the special teams under Danny Smith, led by Captain Miles Killebrew. These guys are kicking ass, my friends. Chris Boswell just absolutely on a real tear. The epitome of consistency at the kicker spot in the NFL. A real true Hall of Famer, if you ask me. This guy is just damn automatic, and he is a major cornerstone in which the Steelers can lean on here this season, and they have for many seasons. And Chris Boswell has really put together a monster campaign here in 2024. The guy just doesn't miss, and on his lone miss on the season, it was an absolute bomb. And hey, You miss those and you make those. It's just a 50-50 coin flip when you're bombing the ball from massive distance. But Chris Boswell still nonetheless just a real pillar for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. And so good to see yet again another Pro Bowl season being put together by the Boss. Also, you're seeing block kicks. You're seeing just consistency at the punter position. Cam Johnston, we wanted to see him. He was doing really well through the preseason, doing really well in Atlanta until that injury came up. But Corliss Waitman has come in and given this Steelers team something they haven't had in several seasons, several years, and that is big-time consistency from the punter position, and we cannot overlook that. We cannot let things overshadow Corliss Waitman's performance here, guys. He has flipped the field consistently for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he has helped this defense in a major way. Corliss Waitman, he has been a real, true cornerstone also for this football team. And Danny Smith has got this special teams phase of the game locked down. And this Steelers team could potentially come up with some big plays down the stretch and really game-changing, game-turning, momentum-swinging changes in a game and game-changing plays from this special teams group that could really, dictate a win. That could get the Steelers a W when they may be on the ropes, and that special teams comes in there. That special teams group comes in and gives a spark that they've done all season so far, and really just change the momentum of a game and get the Steelers out of a stadium because of their contributions. This special teams group is just that, special, and we have to recognize that. Also, I want to talk a little bit about some players that we may be overlooking and maybe just expecting it from them. That is Cameron Heyward. At his age, has performed lights out. Cameron Heyward, a guy whom I thought wasn't going to be able to be the Cam that we're used to seeing throughout the years. Well, surprise, surprise. Jason was wrong there, and Cam Heyward has definitely came in and really done a fantastic job as a leader, and his play on the field has been spectacular. When he went off the field after that first drive in Vegas, whatever he said to that football team inspired that defense in a big way, and they came out and they locked that shit down. You didn't see that defense get raped like they did before. They were out there busting their ass, making plays. Dante Jackson picking the ball off all over the place. Then you have this week Beanie Bishop, whom, last week against the Jets on primetime, came in, couple interceptions. All you're seeing from this Steelers defense is just contributions everywhere, and we're overlooking some of these players, but we got to bring them up, man, and just be truly excited about it. I went back and watched some play of the offense again, too. Yes, there's tons of room for improvement there still, and that is a good thing, too. That is a good thing. There's tons of room for improvement all across the board for the Steelers, yet they have a 5-2 record heading into Week 8. That is awesome, guys, and that is something to be so excited about. That offensive group, that line, yes, it has its moments to where it just gets tore up. But yet it has its moments to where they make really special plays. And you got to appreciate the play of Ryan McCullum coming in for Zach Frazier and doing a pretty damn good job holding the fort down until Zach is able to return to the Steelers lineup as the starter for the Steelers. And then you have other players whom, yes, they're having some bad moments, but there's little flashes, and that got to be really exciting, because if they can put it together, man, Najee Harris, who's started to be really consistent, Jaylen Warren starting to get back to form, Cordell Patterson about to make his return also to create a three-headed monster, Russell Wilson perhaps getting a little extra time back there in the pocket to be able to get out on the move and really deliver a down-the-field splash play, allowing his receivers to work open. This could be magical, man. And I just want to say here on a Tuesday, do not discount what this team has in front of them. Do not discount what they've done so far, because a team that we can sit here and point out so many major issues, but yet is still winning and yet still improving each week and has a ton of room to grow, and a team that is really coming together and really having each other's back. That spells big things for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2024 and perhaps could be a absolutely magical ride into the playoffs here. And the AFC better be put on notice because the Pittsburgh Steelers are back and they are serious contenders. So I wouldn't overlook them here in 2024. All right, guys, thank you for coming back here to Mic Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason, as always. We will see you tonight on the live show about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try to be joined by Sean. We're going to see if we can get this thing to work. YouTube has been absolutely dog shit here as of late. Heaven forbid, don't comment on anything. They'll make sure your views drop too. So, yeah, don't do that. But anyway, that's the story for another day. But anyway, here we are, Mic Drop Sports. We're back again every single day, providing quality Steelers content to you, Steelers Nation, each and every single day. So until next time, I'm Jason. Make sure you like, subscribe, share to the show, and make sure you're commenting, and we truly appreciate you. So thank you. Appreciate the super chats also. So thank you very, very much. Until tonight, I'm Jason. Peace, my friends.